So, starting off the new year well, it occurred to me that it might be helpful to offer some communication tips for how to make your communication be smoother and more effective and easier and good. Not only for the new year, but really for your whole life. So I have a handful of tips that I'm going to offer you over the next little while, the next few newsletters. So the first one that's really one of my favorites and the most important, I think, maybe, is seek first to understand. Steven Covey wrote about this in his life-changing book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And why is this so important? Well, first of all, people don't live in a vacuum. Life is really about relationship. So learning how to connect with people in an authentic way is really important. So this is a really good tip for doing that. So first of all, a couple of things happen when you really are giving someone 100% undivided attention. Number one, you're paying attention and hearing them and understanding them. But second of all, you're showing them respect. So that's a very important aspect of earning trust and credibility yourself. So when you then confirm your understanding of what they meant by restating it, then the person knows whether they were actually clear in what they wanted to communicate. Sometimes we leave things out, sometimes we think we could say them a little better, what else? So when somebody says back what they've understood, you get a chance to really fix it if it's not what you meant. So now you've established a connection and respect. Now there's something important to know here, and you can think about this yourself. A number of years ago, maybe 30 years or so ago, there was a wonderful article in the Harvard Business Review about the science of communication. And what the research found out is that the brain goes much faster than words. That's not news, right? So basically there's free time between what somebody's speaking and your thinking is much, much faster. So you've all had the experience, I'm sure, of talking to somebody and they're not really listening. They're thinking about something else. And so it's because the brain is going faster. And so it requires actually a proactive energy to make yourself stay on the subject and on the person's speech. So when you do that, you actually are a committed listener as opposed to a distracted listener or a non-listener listener, right, who's not really understanding. So when you do that, you're really gonna, first of all, model how you want somebody to talk to you. And there's another important little trick, that when you show somebody the respect of really listening to them and you let them know what you understood, then they've had their say. And they've had space and time and opportunity to say exactly what they meant while they had your attention. And guess what? When you're ready to talk, they're far more available to give you their attention because they're not being distracted thinking about what they want to say. So it's really in your best interest to seek first to understand and then to be understood. So let me just say that if you have a question or a comment about this, I'd invite you to visit me on toughtalkcoach.com to the contact us page and send me a note or ask me a question, and that would be great. So until next time, have a great conversation.